Hello everyone and welcome to episode 59 of the Wizard101 Let's Play series. Last episode, we finished up High Road. This episode, well, I guess we didn't completely finish up High Road because there's another quest, but we mostly finished it up. Next episode, we're going to, or this episode, we're going to be doing some more. Now, one thing I need to do is probably log onto my fire in case of balance boss. But otherwise I should be fine. Now I don't think I've done anything in between episodes this time, because I didn't really feel like it. But it's fine. So, I'm going to say this now. I've been gaining subs recently. I'm at 238. I want to try to hit 250 as soon as possible. If not by the end of April, then definitely mid-May. That seems like a good number to shoot for. Alright. So, the plan for today... Oh. Did I finally... Okay, I wasn't useful enough, but... Either way, Wiz, thanks for actually letting me crit on a spell. I appreciate you. I will give one offering to the Wiz gods today. But anyways, in the meantime, real quick, let me get up Avalon's quest tree, because I really need that. Well, I don't really need it, but I want to use it so I can kind of see where I am. I think with how today's episode looked, it looked like we'd about finish Caerleon, or maybe get halfway done with Caerleon. I fizzled. Great. And an earthquake. Perfect. This is why I don't use blades against them. All right, so it looks like I'm going to try to finish Caerleon today, but it's very possible that I might need to cut it up. I don't know. It's a decent amount of quests. This is... we'll see. Alright, I'm going to cut the next battle. I'll see you guys when I've gotten the thing. Alright everyone, I'm back, and I collected the next thing. Now I'm restoring the shrine. Now, did I leave a mark in Caliburn? That's awfully strange of me. I usually don't leave marks in
Young Squire, now
places like this, but alright.
Know what you've accomplished today.
So, I've got the Squire badge, and I feel obligated to acquire, or not to acquire, but to wear that badge right now. Can't see it, but I'm a Squire now.
Hello, Squire.
Thank you for acknowledging my title. Now, I'm debating whether or not to just say fuck it and turn this solo Let's Play into every boss my fire joining me, because bosses take way too long, and I think it would be better if I could show the gameplay and not have it take like an hour every single episode than what it's currently at. So I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna do it for this episode just to make it go by a little bit faster, because let me know if you don't like it. If you really don't like it, I'll solo all of it, but I think that boss fights, especially the hard ones, it makes much more sense for me to bring my fire so that it doesn't take an hour per episode. Maybe cut the episodes down so they're only like 30-40 minutes long rather than, you know, an hour long, because an hour long episode is a long time, and I think not as many people want to watch it, which I wouldn't want to watch it personally. So I think that it's very fair. This loading screen is taking a long time. Okay, there we go. I think it's very fair if someone would want to watch an hour-long episode, which is why I think it might be more inviting to new people watching if the episodes were only, you know, 30 minutes or so rather than an hour, which is why I'm probably going to do that for a little bit. Especially now that we're getting into Avalon, Azteca, Chrysalis territory. Honestly, I could probably go back to soloing once I get level 100 gear, because Darkmoor gear boosts my damage so much. I'll probably have... I don't know how much the total Darkmoor gear gives. My fire doesn't have any of it, but my damage will probably stay around the same besides the Alpha and Omega ring and this, which will increase my thing by 11. So I think I'll definitely reach 100 damage once I reach level 100, but we'll see. So, how are you all doing on this fine day? I've been quite alright myself. I'm thinking today I'm actually going to record a few episodes because I don't really want to just stick to one episode. I feel like I've been recording the day before then uploading, and I feel like that puts a little bit too much stress on myself, and I kind of want to record, you know, multiple a day again. And for me, I don't know where all of you live, but I live in Massachusetts, and they just canceled my school permanently, so oh, it's a good thing I used Sandstorm there. But they closed my school till the end of the year, so that means I'll have a lot more time, theoretically, to do things, because they're giving us assignments that are taking around 2 hours to complete rather than a 6-hour school day, which is so much better, obviously. It's making me have much more time in my day. Oh, Jesus. Voice crack? Okay. So much time in my day compared to what I had before. Which means I could focus more on this than I would normally. Fuck. Whatever, that's fine. The plan... I keep saying the plan for today. This episode, Caerleon isn't actually that long of a street. It's only, I mean, the amount of quests is about equivalent to how many quests I did last episode. But, I know that quite a few of them are walking. And there is quite a few boss fights, too. But, ooh, crit. I crit, last fight again, by the way. You guys didn't get to see it, but, the last fight against those giants, I crit again. My crit game is actually working today. Maybe someone at King's Isle watched my last video and was like, this poor man. And I was like, let's boost his crit from, like, negative percentages to, like, something semi-decent. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't do any side quests in between episodes, as you can see. I should have, and I will probably in between. After I record today's episodes, I'll do some side quests in between.
Now that you are safely inside the city, it is time to seek out Sir Brennan's steward, Kay.
Huh. All right.
Are you friends?
I am friend. I'm level 76. I didn't even realize I was that close. All right. Now, I will still be doing these fights solo. So, don't worry about that. It's not permanently being me boosting myself. It's just boss fights, which will take a large amount of time. 4250 health. I really like the even numbers down here. 4250 health, 400 mana. You know, some good looking numbers. No longer as good looking. Alright, let's do this. I adjusted my sound settings a little bit, so I hope it's okay. I noticed my voice was distorting once it got too loud, and the whiz volume also wasn't loud enough, which I don't know why it did that. I don't know why suddenly my voice got louder and the game sounds got quieter, but I adjusted it a little bit, so it should be a closer in volume. I'm still a bit louder than the game sounds, but it isn't like really bad, you know. Let's pass. Wow, these guys are pip failing like crazy. Nice, nice. Oh, excuse me. Fuck. Okay. Well then, okay. But I'm assuming I'm probably going to be cutting out a semi-decent amount of fights actually in this street, which is kind of funny, because there's a lot of quests that are like, defeat 6 enemies, defeat 4 enemies, and it's like, those would take so long that I'm just going to cut them out, because, you know, I'm so glad that the pause button's a thing now. Or not, I think it was added in like last update or something, or it's possible that there was an update that I hadn't installed for a while. But, it helps so much. Alright, I'll see you guys when I've gotten the next thing. Hello, everyone. I have returned. I beat some things up. And I collected the things I had to collect. Took me 2 battles, which isn't bad. Ooh, give me that wisp. And let's go up here to this lady who wants to really talk to me in Caerleon. Pretty cool world. I said it, I talked about it enough last time, but this world is so nice. Like, it sounds nice.
Can you please help? These horrible whiptail Pantera have trapped me here. Can you drive them
Defeat
away?
6 whiptail Pantera. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. How much health do they have? They have 2100. I pip failed again. That's sad. I pip failed last battle too. I'm thinking I know just what I'm gonna do. I've done this cheeky little trick before. There we go, get 3 in and boom. Now it's still a solo series. Perfect. I just really want to make this so it's only 2 battles rather than 3 battles, because I prefer it when it takes less time to do things. But this world's really nice. I love the aesthetic of it. These guys are always cool. They're very memorable. The towers, the knights, squires, lords, everything is so so memorable, and it reminds me kind of like it's medieval, which it reminds you of anything medieval. Like recently, I've been kind of into Game of Thrones, and you know, it reminds me of that. It makes me kind of happy. I'm like, sick. But, hopefully today, Caerleon won't take too long. It shouldn't take too long. I think I'm already like a third of the way done with it or so. And of course, I'm going to do some of these side quests in between episodes, because they're definitely worth doing. I think, if I remember correctly, one of the ones over here gives like 20,000. Not necessarily this one, but one of the ones over there. And hopefully, with Avalon side quests, I will get higher. Let me see what this side quest is first. Hobgoblin Pundle. Yeah, this is the one I was thinking about. 25,000. All right, I'll see you guys when the next battle's done. Alrighty then, got that done.
That was wonderfully.
Thank you. Now, the best thing, and I always recommend this to. Well, I don't think I've said this before, but I recommend this to anyone who's playing the game. Pick up side quests that have the exact same enemy and stuff to defeat as your main quest. Because, for example, like these Hobgoblin Plunderers, I'm probably going to have to beat them again in battle very soon. And boom, I'll get this side quest on top of the main quest if I, you know, collect both. Like, see? Yeah, right there you go. Got 2 quests that are identical in, not reward, like, identical in basically everything except name. And, Jesus, I am pip failing a lot. And it really helps. It speeds things up. You get much more XP. Like, in the very start of the game in Unicorn Way, there's a few, or I think there's two or three quests that you defeat skeletal pirates, and defeating those skeletal pirates, you can collect the quests at the same time and only do, you know, 2 or 3 battles rather than the 9 that it originally would have taken, or whatever. Just speeds things up, you get more XP. And, yeah, I definitely appreciate, like, soloing now. It's so... It's like a lot of fun, you know? It's better than, power questing, and duoing, of course, is good. You know, it's fun. You have a friend to talk to, less alone, but it doesn't hold the same challenge that, soloing does. Which is why I like it so much. I think balance was definitely the right school to pick. I don't regret choosing balance for a second. Not only is it cool to have a high-level balance character, but it's just a fun school to play, especially soloing. I think I don't regret choosing it. I think death probably would have been a bit easier, honestly, because of the health regen, or the health regaining from enemies. But it would only be slightly easier. Storm, of course, would be... It would be, like, in the middle for Storm, because it would be, like, high damage, but it's going to be challenging, you know, obviously, because low health. Alright, I'm going to pause, and I'll see you guys once I've gotten the info. And there you go. We got, both the info there, actually, funny enough. Which is why I think it's convenient to pick up side quests while you're doing it.
There you see a girl that must be Ashland's cousin, Emma.
Yeah. It's, the aesthetic's so good. Like, just wandering around this world, I just love the design so much. Like, every time I see something else, I'm like, ooh, this is so nice. Yes. Now we got night goblins that we need to defeat for information. We got 30k XP for this. So, I'm assuming there's a boss fight attached to this. And I think that's a very safe assumption. Oh my god. Why do I keep pip failing? I still have 93%, right? Yeah, I still have 93%. But I feel like I've pip failed like 300 times this world so far. I don't get it. Whatever. Whatever. Just makes the battles take a round longer. Which, realistically, a round isn't bad in the slightest. Oh, I forgot to get the Zeke quest for this world. I really need to get the Zeke quest soon, then. I mean, I don't really need to. There's only one specific reason I need to, and that's because there's a fight in... what's it called? In Caliburn, where the crow's inside of it, and I don't want to have to fight them again. Bop. Dude. Let's use a blade. That's probably the right move. I don't know if I really would have needed it or not, but who cares? It's, honestly, even with the bosses, this world's really fun. There's kind of like a slow, like, slog in the middle. Okay, I didn't collect the info. But, it does pick up again. Alright, I'll see you guys once I have the info. There we go. As expected, have to defeat a little gremlin boss dude. Which, not surprising in the slightest.
Wizard, acting like a knight. I'm gonna break your wand and stuff that shiny Squire badge down your gullet.
Ah. Crude, but okay. You can always expect in worlds when you see an elevated XP for defeating a street enemy, of course there's a boss fight attached to it. Especially like this one where it's like, defeat street enemy for 30,000 XP. It's like, of course there's a boss fight attached to that. if there wasn't a boss fight attached to that, I don't know. Because, I mean, you have to think, last world in Zafaria, for defeating 3 bosses in, or was it 2 bosses in Drum Jungle, we got 30,000 XP, so usually there's some kind of equivalent there. Like, usually it's like lowest is street enemy fight, above that is a boss fight, which isn't super high, but you can expect it to be higher, and then finally the highest is when there's both in the same quest, and that tends to be like both of the XP results combined or so. Alright. Let's do this. Sandstorm. We should beat him up. Azteca's gonna be a real pain in the ass. Like, even with my fire, if you guys let me, of course, even with my fire helping with boss fights, street fights in that world are just as a pain. Like, there's certain enemies I think that have like 4 or 5k health, which is quite a bit of health for a street enemy. That'll take quite a few fuck you, water tank. Quite a few what's it called? Sandstorms. Of course, by then I'll also have one sec. Yeah, alright. By then I should probably also maybe have Sharpened Blade, which is good, because Sharpened Blade will help a lot. And I should have higher damage gear, which will also help a lot. Hopefully, the best thing is once I get up to doing around 1200 with Sandstorm at base, like no blade, which isn't that hard actually from this point. I just need a bit more damage, which I will be able to get. Won't be too hard. Mainly I need level 90. Once I reach level 90, my damage is going to boost significantly. Which is good. It's a good thing. Alright. Gaining a decent amount of XP here. If you look, I mean, I just went from 50k to 80k, which is, thank you for finally shutting up. Significant. Teleporter arches, which I really like in Avalon. They didn't do it in Zafaria until recently, actually. They added some ones in Zafaria. And then they did it, obviously, like, they did it to an even greater extent in Azteca, where there was things going everywhere. And same with Chrysalis. Actually, they've done it in every world since, now that I think about it. But this was the first. It's always cool being the first at some kind of new innovative thing. Hello.
You did it. Thank you for all
That
your
I did.
help. I'm going to take my things to Abbey Road right now. Tell Kay I'll paint his shoe
Paint
for him there.
my masterpiece. Jesus, we're still only halfway done with Caerleon. I thought that this was gonna... I thought we were almost done, honestly, but no, okay. That's fine. Still have plenty of time. Steward K, hello. Okay, Hobgoblin Plunderers and Whiptail Panteras. Alright. Let's do this then, shall we? Realistically, what I should be doing right now is trying to get an enchanted armament as my pet, so I can get Sharpened Blade, because that would help me a lot with these quests, specifically street fights, because then I could plus 35 Blade and use Sandstorm, which 10% is extremely significant despite what you'd think. It's what, like, I mean, it would make Yeah, I'm not going to go through math because that's too much brain power that I don't have right now. Alright. How much health do you have? 800. Let's kill you. Die. A meteor strike. Alright then. What I'm really scared about is the Jabberwock, which I actually have no idea where that is. Like, I couldn't tell you at all what quest it is and where it is in terms of the quest. So hopefully it's not for a little bit. Let me, I'll just go over here. I don't want to cut up this much, so I will do one battle of the Whip Telepanteras, and I'll see you guys when it's done. So we'll let's do this. I have 2.1k health, which isn't bad at all. Balance Blade, and then we'll bop them. The Balance Blade bop. Let me look up real quick. Wizard101 Jabberwock. Alright. Sandstorm, please. And I'll try to get the Jabberwock to open, but the problem is that the Wizard101 wiki for some reason has a load time that is significantly longer than it should be. Alright, let's bop them. Oh, okay, it's funny, I'd actually clicked on that quest before because I saw it. So it's fine, it won't be for like another, 2 episodes maybe. But, you will see, oh god, Leviathan, pain. But you'll see when we get there. I definitely need my fire for that, because, my god. The Jabberwock is an incredibly painful fight for Avalon. He has like 20k health, does a cheat meteor strike, you know, once every 3 rounds. Like, that's ridiculous. Alright, so I will see you guys when I have finished the quest. Alright, we've defeated those 2 battles. Took a little bit, but we did it. Now,
You'll need to talk to old Greenbeard.
Weirwood. Yeah, so, today, Ren. Interesting. Fisherman. Well, it looks like I was looking at the quest log while I was, defeating those enemies, because, I needed something to do, and, I figured out that there's about 4 or 5 quests left in this video. 2 boss fights, actually, which is kind of funny, but, what are you gonna do? Here's one of those 2 boss fights. I think, anyway, unless Actually, no, is this a boss fight, or is this just... No, okay, this is a boss fight. But, we have this boss fight, and then, Oh, wait, no, this isn't a boss fight. Okay. See, I'm... There's only 1 boss fight. But, we have this, then a few walking quests, and that's it. And the boss fight, too, that I didn't mention. Next episode, we're going to be doing the Wild, which is a dungeon, quite a few, like, little tingy-majiggies. There's a few boss fights, a few street fights. You'll see. But, the plan for that is, that's probably also going to take around 30 minutes. Then the episode after that is going to be a mixture of Caerleon, the Wild, because you go back to both of them, and then we'll probably end after the... It probably ends at the Weird, I think. We'll see how this goes, but that's the tentative plan for right now. The Weird's is actually a decently long street, so that'll probably be divided up into... I don't know. The only problem is that this is like a weird divided, like division point kind of thing, because there's quite a few quests in every street. It isn't like it gets harder as the worlds go on to have that perfect division. Like back in Mushu and back in Krokotopia and stuff, it was very obvious a one street per episode thing, because an episode only, it was like a perfect length system where every street took about 40 minutes or so. 30-40 minutes. These worlds, it takes a little bit longer, which is the problem. But we'll see. Well, obviously, this is a tentative plan. We'll see how everything works out. But that should be fine. Excuse me. Alright. We'll pass. Okay. But it's funny because Avalon, like when you look at quest trees, the worlds don't look as long as they are. Like Avalon is actually a decently short street world. Like the longest part is actually the middle part, up until you get to Dundara.
Failing green, see? She's obliged at the Logress estate. Here, this key will get you in.
There we go.
That must be the dryad Phelan Greensleeves. Funny,
Hello.
she doesn't look confined.
Greetings.
She just ran away from her dad. Why would you not tell your dad that you're gonna, that you're eloping? Dumb idiot. That's what that move is. A dumb idiot move. So Old Greenbeard. Very intense man. Now we must... Is he happy about this? Yeah. Ah, I'm getting caught. So... Sir Ruiz de Rampere. That is a stupid name. He has a stupid name. Fuck him.
You come from...
Yeah. Aren't you marrying one, though? He's literally marrying one. What the fuck? I guess he's marrying a dryad. Is that different? They're both tree leaf monsters. Whatever. It's kind of a dick move, honestly, though. Oh, I left a mark here. Oopsie daisies. Love how angry he is. That is the proper response to a dick move like that. Alright, let's defeat this Chagan guy. Chagan knows better. The names in Avalon are awfully intense. Like Nosebiter. I think there's like Ear Licker, which is disgusting. Bunch of weird fucking names, but...
Good of you to stick your nose in. I was feeling a little peckish.
Okay, so he literally eats people's noses. That's kind of crappy. Oh boy, I didn't put a fucking convert in my deck because I didn't expect him to be fire. I'm gonna leave and return on my fire because, yeah, there is no way that that's working. Let's put in, there we go, some fire converts. And he's back. Perfect. Avalon is a very decent world. Decent world. I keep saying that. Like, I just can't stop. It's because it is a good world, and I like it. I wish every world gave me the same, like, nice feeling when thinking about the aesthetics. It's like, it's really annoying how Wiz just can't, or King's Isle just can't get, in my opinion, the King's Isle can't get the world to, aesthetic to quest combo to, like, perfection. Because it just, like, there's so few worlds that have both, you know, both the good and the, both good on both sides. Like, for example, this world, as I said, has the aesthetics, doesn't have the quest. Honestly, the only one that I think has both the aesthetics and the quest is Mushu. It has, it's just the quest line to, you know, restore the Emperor to health because you need to get to Dragonspire. It's very fitting because it actually has an outcome, you know? You're restoring the Emperor of Mushu so that you can get to Dragonspire where Malastare is, you know? Versus, like, this world where you're getting the Sword of Kings to fight Morganthe, but you don't even use the Sword of Kings because the Sword of Kings is useless. Just so much shit, but whatever. Trying to think, is there any worlds that I would consider that have both of them besides Mushu? Krokotopia is close. It's just I feel like their quest line is a little bit less impactful. I don't know. Can't think of any. Get that crit. Get that crit in on him. Hell yeah. Alright, he's at 2600. Should be enough to kill him. Which is good. That means this episode shouldn't be over 40 minutes unless I fuck up something. Or if I fucked up in past tense, because it should be fine. And I'm going to record the next episode right after this, which I haven't done in a while, but I'm feeling more in the mood today. There we go, 2112.
Your magic strikes like nature's wrath. Take your cursed relics.
Yeah. Shrine. It's the Shrine to Hospitality, which I guess makes sense. It's not like the Shrine of Hospitality would say that it's giving hospitality. In this, it's respecting hospitality. Makes sense. Makes sense.
You have done it.
Talk to him. Wah. Giant tree man. If I had more crowns, I would change my stitch depending on what world I was in, but I just don't have nearly enough crowns. I only have 43, and I don't really want to buy more crowns. So, because there's some cool looking Avalon gear and stuff.
You restore the blessing. I have been arrogant. Accept my humble apologies.
No.
Take this invitation to Old Greenfield. He is
Fuck you.
most welcome in our home.
You have an invitation. I must get ready for the... Follow your map. You will have no trouble finding Sir Justin Silverharp's hold. Tell his wife, Sophia, you have my favor.
Alrighty then. There we go. We're in the wild. A change of music and tone. And this is where I'm going to end it. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please drop a like and subscribe. Trying to get to 250 by May. Share with your friends. Let them know. Share with all your Wiz friends. Let them know that I am here and I have a presence, bitch. Alright? Hope you've had a great day. See you in the next one.